Hey everyone, welcome back to Well, That's Strange. Now, in this video, I want to discuss the fascinating concept of spellcasting. More specifically, as the title states, intention plus emotion equals a spell. Now, when I think about a spell, I think of it in a very neutral way. So I know that there are spells out there that are meant to either help or harm or serve justice, is the way that I see it. Now, I'm not some veteran witch, okay? I don't want to mislead anyone here. I am somewhat familiar of the spellcasting realm or genre or topic of discussion, and I have engaged in spellcasting myself in the past, but I'm not a guru, okay? I'm not someone that is some expert in this, so please don't come at me like I am, because I'm not. But I do want to discuss and, of course, get your feedback and your commentary about this for those of you that either are novices or straight up OGs in the spellcasting field. Like, give it to me. Give it to me, all them comments and whatever. But how I understand it is, when you're casting a spell, the two main things that are involved, let's say you didn't have any objects, right? Or things that are external to you that you can work with to help kind of concentrate your focus. You do have yourself, okay? You have your thoughts, you have your feelings, and you have your intentions, right? So let's say you want to put a curse on someone. I watched a documentary a while back, and it was on YouTube. It's about this professor, I believe, that visited Mexico, and I think he went into a cave with someone and found a jar with some nasty guck in it and somebody's photo, and to him it was so revolting, the experience. I think he ended up vomiting. For the life of me, I don't know what it's called. I don't know who filmed it or what, but I think you can look it up on YouTube. But to me, in order to put a curse on something or someone, that person had to have had, or needs to have, from my understanding, a strong emotional backing. There has to be strong emotion in combination with strong intention for you to come out with that. That's how I understand it. It makes sense to me. It's like 2 + 2 = 4. You have to have this intention, right? That, I wish death upon you, or, misfortune for 7 years, you and your family. That intention has to be backed by emotion. And I'm talking about strong emotion. Emotions are forms of energy. And they can be either, they can be anything, right? They could feel really good or feel really bad, And in this case, in the case of casting a curse on someone, putting a curse on, or a hex, there's got to be something backing it that's really strong in terms of a curse, right? You have to have maybe intense hatred, intense jealousy, intense envy. Did I say the word intense? I don't think I can overstate it here, but it's that plus that intent, that unwavering, faith into your intention, right? That this is going to happen to this person. And for someone to have, such as that, the professor, to have such a strong reaction to that, to me, that's all the evidence I need, is not only to see that point of focus, which is the object, right? The jar and the picture and the guck in there, whatever it is. Oh God, I don't even know what it was, but something that was I think rotting in there. I mean, to me, that's like death, somebody probably wanted somebody dead. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there was a paper in there that said what the curse was, but it was enough to, I'm assuming again, put that intention and emotion into that object, and there you go, you've got like this curse in process, or an active curse. I think what they ended up doing was destroying it and burying it. And when I say burying it, bury, right? Bury or bury. Oh my God, I don't even know anymore. Somebody correct me here. But they buried, once they had broken it up, I think they buried it, or maybe left it in the cave all fucked up. I don't know. But so with that being said, again, that shows me that attention plus emotion is going to equal some kind of spell. I think the same thing for good spells, and even for what I would classify as a gray spell, which is in the middle between light and dark. It's not white, it's not black, but it's like in the middle, right? But anyway, before I get into the justice thing, I want to go over the good type of spell work. Like, well, I wish fortune upon myself and my loved ones. What's dark about that? You know what I mean? As long as harm come to none, let this be so, let this happen. That's not bad. And if you have like this unwavering faith and like, good intentions behind it, and hope, and even like some sort of conviction that this is going to happen, I mean, shit, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I wouldn't be surprised if it does anything good. I believe in prayer, for example. God, please don't come for me. Prayer is not the same as a spell. And, okay, I'm not saying it is. Prayers, I mean, I guess you could say that it's an intention of sorts, right? You're intending to, invoke some kind of energy, like say from God, to help somebody or something. I pray for my cousin because he's going through a hard time with his wife. Like that's like an intention, right? And you've got like that endless hope within you that your cousin's going to get helped. So that's, if you get what I mean, like that's like a positive aspect or a positive version of spell casting. But then you get to gray. You get to the gray witchcraft, for example, the gray spell casting. I'm talking about spells specifically, so bear with me here. Let's say you want to serve justice to someone. Somebody stole from you and you can't find them. Well, you're going to put a gray spell on them saying, I wish to return the energy, equal to what I had endured upon them. May they experience the same misfortune at the same level that I did. And voila, you set it upon the ethers or whatever. Now, there's some people that'll say, well, two wrongs don't make a right. And then there's some people that'll be like, no, that's fair. That's fucking fair. They fucked you over. Why can't you fuck them over? You're just serving justice right back to them. And so to me, that is like a gray spell casting, or if you want to call it witchcraft. Again, don't come for my neck, but I know witchcraft is a whole thing in itself to discuss, but in terms of just spell casting here, the gray area of it, there you go. Justice is what comes to mind because it's neither dark or light. It's it's like in a middle area. But anyways, I think that's the magic formula, right? And again, the OGs out there, or just anyone that's interested in this topic, feel free to leave comments and let's have a discussion. Let's have a healthy discussion about this. If you're not vibing with this topic, it would be appreciated if you didn't, chime in or condemn anybody, because that's I don't want that here. This is for people that are interested in like the occult, paranormal, anything spiritual, anything that's kind of spiritually taboo, if that makes sense. I want this to be a community place where we can talk about these types of things that are beyond the veil or beyond normal human perception and understanding. So yes, thank you guys for listening. Again, I think that's the magic equation there. Attention. Oh Jesus, well, you need attention, but intention plus emotion, voila, you get a spell casting. So thanks guys. Thanks for listening. I appreciate any comments. Please subscribe. And if you feel like someone else would be interested in this kind of talk or these types of discussions, please feel to share this channel with them. That would be greatly appreciated. I am trying to grow this little baby channel into something much more grander. Okay. Thanks guys. Take care.